The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
Keith Tebow from FRC Media, thank you for joining us on this Wednesday, and we are here, as we are on most Wednesdays, with the mayor of the City of Fall River joining me right now, Mayor Paul Coogan. Mayor, how are you this week?
Doing great, Keith. How about you?
I am doing well. Thank you for joining me as always. We've talked a lot in the past about tourism and how it's going to be, sort of like a big push of the city doing more and investing into tourism to get more dollars in Fall River. Are there any updates on that you can tell us? I know that I understand that there was a report that may be out soon. Can you tell us anything about what may be coming up?
Yeah, I think the report from UMass Dartmouth, Charlton School of Business will be out the end of the week. We had a preliminary meeting with them. They went over some of it. There's more to do, but they did give us a snapshot of, how people spend money in Fall River. Where do they buy? Where do they go when they're here? What are the draws? And again, I think that'll all be coming out towards the end of the week.
All right. So we'll follow up on that, obviously, as we move forward. A lot of events coming up, concerts in the park as we're recording this on Wednesday. There's one tonight. Was it Father Kelly tonight?
Father Kelly tonight, 5:30 to 8. Tomorrow night we'll be on the city pier. We have a couple of performers there. I think Molly O'Leary and John Fernandez, and it's going to be kite night down there. So come on down and have some fun. It's supposed to be a beautiful night. We'll see them at the city pier. But there's a lot going on, and we just keep rolling along.
Now, with the kite nights, are there going to be kites available for people, or bring your own kite? Both?
I think that's the plan. Both.
All right. In relation to events at the waterfront, obviously, we didn't speak last week. We took a week off. 4th of July events. The weather didn't cooperate too much, but the fireworks still went off. There's been other events on the waterfront. The big question always has been parking and traffic and crowd control. From what you've seen thus far, has everything worked as well as it could in terms of getting that congestion?
Yeah, no, it's been working really well. Having the events person in-house, Samantha Pacheco, she was able to contract with a number of parking lots from WOW to the car lot at the top of Commonwealth Landing. So we do have a little lot we're renting on Hathaway Street, which will start to come into play shortly. So there's things we're doing right now to expand parking opportunities. Duval Street is not closed yet, so people were still parking on that for the 4th. But there was a lot of people down there, and parking is going to be a struggle until we finally finish up 79 and get some kind of a parking deck or a major parking lot in there also. But we're working our way through it, and people seem to all find a place because there's a lot of them there.
Yeah. Now, for the events for the rest of the summer, the ones at the pier, those extra lots will not be available, correct? I know there's some parking at the Veterans Bicentennial Park. Also, you mentioned that small lot on Hathaway and also down at Heritage State Park. Those are the primary parking spaces moving forward, correct?
Right. Those and again along Duval, for as long as they let us keep using it, we'll be okay.
All right. Moving along, the campaign season has officially started. You officially filed your papers for re-election. One of your challengers, former Mayor Sam Sutter, former district attorney, held his campaign launch yesterday. How do you view the campaign? How do you think you're going to approach it as we head into the summer months leading into the preliminary and then into the final election in November?
We'll probably campaign like we do every time. We just go very hard right from the get-go. We're always out and about and meeting people, and we've done this a few times. We know how a mayoral campaign works. We're going to make sure that people are accountable for what they say, just as we should be, and we're going to try to stay as positive as we can until things change, and then we'll just go in a different direction. That's what all campaigns about. You try to make sure people understand your message, and if If somebody is trying to distort your message or say things that aren't accurate, then you try to clarify it any way you can, and that's how we're going to run. And we've run every time, and the people in Fall have been very positive to me, and I don't see why that would change this time.
One of the interesting things between you and former Mayor Sutter is you both have records as mayors. Normally, a challenger will, attack an incumbent because they really don't have a record. There are two records here that are going to be up for debate. Do you plan on using anything during his time as either district attorney or mayor when you campaign later this year?
Oh, absolutely. That's all fair game. Your record, when you were in office, this should always be part of the record or the judgment that people use to, decide whether they want to vote for you. I think that's not, that's in the public sector, and we should all be accountable for what we did in the past. And again, it's also, how we treat people. I have a very positive record in dealing with people. From vendors to people that want to do business with the city, to former students, to residents, and I'm pretty sure that most people in the city of Fall River know me by now. We're not bashful. We're out and about a lot, and we'll continue right through the fall, just the way we're going now.
All right, and there will be plenty of time to speak on other election issues. Although we're already in the middle of July, and it's going to be ramping up as we head toward the preliminary in September. Mayor Coogan, as always, thank you for your time, and we'll talk again soon.
Thanks, Keith. Thank you.
All right. And thank you for joining us here on FRC Media. I'm Keith Tebow. Have a great rest of your day.